Today, we're testing flying. What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And since we do not have the Z-Powered update, we have no idea when it's going to... Well, we do have an idea when it's going to happen. It's sometime this month, but we don't know exactly when. So we are going to continue the series of the typing-specific deck. We started with Steel. Bit my lip there. I'm sorry. We started with Steel. We went to Dragon, I think, and then we went to Bug. Did we do anything else? I think it was just those three. But today we are going to go and explore flying. All right. So I looked at all the other typings, and the only other ones that I really want to even do would be flying and fairy and probably rock. Everything else has been done, like the grass, water, fire, all that. Like, I mean, we could probably experiment with different things, because that's kind of what I want to do, is experiment with figures that haven't been used that much. So here's the deck that I'm creating for flying, and this is the premise that I want to talk about. Now, we got this attack, we got this figure, the Sigilyph, that no one's ever used before. It has an interesting ability, the Sentry ability, which it can move through figures, but when this Pokemon surrounds an opposing Pokemon, if there are 3 or more opposing Pokemon on the field or bench with the same name as the surrounded Pokemon, that surrounded Pokemon is excluded from the duel. When this figure first came out, my thoughts were I think it should have been 2 figures instead of 3. It'd be more useful. I think people would use it more, but that is not primarily why I'm using it. Why I'm using it is because of the Tailwind attack. Now we have, I can't remember, I know this has it and the Drifloon has it. I don't know if there are any other figures that have the Tailwind, but Tailwind's kind of interesting. Your flying type Pokemon gain plus 1 MP until the end of your next turn to a maximum of 4 MP. So that's why I wanted to show off a flying deck with the Sigilyph and the Drifloon, is because of the Tailwind attack. So I wanted to make a Tailwind deck, and that's one thing with the flying. And then the other thing is the Rocky Helmet. I don't use the Rocky Helmet that often. I mean, I use it in that one Banish deck that I showed you guys with the bugs, but I want to use the Rocky Helmet because, like as I mentioned in that video, who benefits really well with it is the Magikarp, the Feebas, and the Keldeo. So, but what's also good about the Gyarados, it's a flying mon. So the goal here is to play the Wing Sphere, which allows you to move through figures once you evolve, like your stage 1 or higher can move through figures. To play the Wing Sphere on the Zapdos. Yes, we are running Zapdos. Do you guys remember when Zapdos was such a staple in the meta? I kind of miss it, although he is like, what, the 4th best gold attacker in the game? Like he lets me down so often. Like Pokepotter would definitely, he can attest to that. But Zapdos is going to be holding the Wing Sphere. So then the Rocky Helmet is so good. Like Magikarp can KO, let's say, like a Zoro. Then it can evolve, and then once it evolves, it can move through figures the following turn because the Wing Sphere is on my Zapdos. So that is the premise of this deck. I have 3 matches to show you guys. Unfortunately, we don't have any boosters available to open, so we're just going to jump in with those 3 matches. All right, this first match I did a couple days ago. I don't remember it that much, so I'm going to do my best to cast against it. And my opponent here, ooh, look at this. They are in Ultra Beast. They're going against the Big Show. Showtime, is this you? I don't think this is Showtime, but it's the Big Show. It's got the Ultra Beast hybrid, just these 2. That's all you really need. Fractured, you know, he's kind of like the Zapdos now. He's a staple in the meta. It's so annoying. I was super excited to see the Braixen, because Braixen is such an underrated figure. That large purple moving you 3 steps away, I think it's so good. Lucario, and Lucario's such, I didn't even realize it was chained to 10. I wonder why it's chained to 10. And then the Drifblim. So after looking at this deck, I mean, I guess I have the Magikarp to deal with Lucario, but other than that, Lucario is very, very scary to go against, and I go against him like every deck. So let's see. I'm gonna open up with the Coco. Oh yeah, this is what I also liked. I liked people who had Fracture because I can freely open up with the Coco, and some people would put the Fracture right here, and then like I said, it allows me to easily use my Drifloon, take this thing away. Too bad I don't have the Blame, so I can't evolve. But then there are the smarter players that will put the Fracture right there. So my opponent here, the Big Show, does not do that, so I'm going to take this opportunity. We're going to DC, go for that takeaway, and get rid of this annoying figure. So annoying. And with the Tailwind, and I'm like, reroll, please don't land your white. Let's go. We get the takeaway. Goodbye, Fracture. And now they're going to bring on the Blim. I'm going to bring out the Zard to threaten the entry point. And then they counter here with the Braxton. I'm going to try and sneak by with the Zapdos, but they're like, And dude, the opponent only has one DC. I don't think I would have wasted a DC there. I think they only have one. Because, I mean, the odds are definitely in your favor, but they do get the Kinesis, and they make my, they're like, get up out of here, Charizard, be gone. That's so, dude, that attack is so good. And I'm predicting, guys, Mega Alakazam, dude, Alakazam, Mega Alakazam, they're definitely going to have some sort of Kinesis that's going to do something similar. That's my opinion. But I see that he's moving up with that, Drift, or not Drift, what am I talking about? The Celestelia. So I'm trying to advance here with my my Zard. And now what I want to do is I really want to put my Zard in a position to where if my Sigilyph gets attacked or my Drifloon gets attacked, I can cheese them with the 4 MP. But that was the plan. That's why I was bringing up my Zard here. Ideally, I was trying to get my Sigilyph over here if this gets KO'd to Tailwind, and then I would cheese here. But that's not the case. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Mega Evolve. Why did I Mega Evolve? What was my plan? Don't remember what I was trying to do. Get the melee. Oh, I remember. So debatable play. I Mega there so I can get rid of this Lucario because that is the Mega. But then he gets the Fracture back. That was super debatable play. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that play. After I made that, I was like, I don't know if I should have done that. Like, at the time, it seemed like a good idea. But good thing we got this thing burned. And he's going to attack my Magikarp. I do roll the miss. My Magikarp's only level 1. Oh, and I also have the Mega Gyarados, which, yeah, by trial and error, I realized I totally forgot. Mega Gyarados is not flying. He's dark water, I think, right? So I tried to move through a figure one time when I had the Mega, and I was like, ooh, that was a mistake. But we get the double evolution there. And now I'm going to pull the Max Revive. We're going to revive my Coco, and we're going to threaten a Surround here on this Fracture, or this Hex Risk, which we want him to back off, get out of here. And now I'm going to Wing Sphere, put on my Zapdos, and then I think we're going to try to move up with the Gyarados. And the good thing about this deck is I do have 2 mons that can Z-move. We have the Gyarados, and we do have the Charizard. Fortunately, dude, I actually do miss landing those clutch purples, and we're going to take this opportunity. We're going to paralyze the Pheromosa and the Delphox. Too bad my Zard here does not survive. But we do get the Dragon Tail, so we get to bench the Drifloon, or the Drifblim. However, the Drifblim is now fully recovered. He's no longer burned. What's my plan here? Okay, so I Z-move. We get rid of this the Pheromosa, hoping that it does not land the Ice Beam, and it does not. And now we can threaten this Surround on the Delphox. So the Delphox is going to have to make a play here, and we get to confuse both of these. So the Big Show is going to take their turn here. They're going to Mega, or not Mega, but Z-move. 314, dude, that's crazy. And my poor Gyarados goes down. And they get their Lucario back. Big Show's here was being a little defensive with the Lucario. Don't know why. I think they still have the Mega. Okay, now they're starting to advance here. And now we're going to Rocky Helmet here with our Zapdos, and we're going to go after the confused Haxorus. Unfortunately, we don't hit the roll. But it's still confused. It does have a large miss. So the plan here is it's now or never. Now he's going to have both Mastery Points, and now it comes down to who can KO first. And the odds are not looking like in my favor. But we're going to DC here. Rolling the faithful roost, Zapdos. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? Really? This is happening right now? But now I realize the only thing I can do now is hope that we get a takeaway on their white or their Rendezvous, and he gets the Rendezvous. I was like, no way. Okay, now you have a large miss. Now we just, come on, Zapdos. Come through, Zapdos. Let's go. Thunder Crash on the Guillotine into the miss. It wouldn't have mattered. And now all we have to do is survive this roll. Well, actually, that's game. It's GG, boys. There's nothing he can do, and he gets the miss. Let's go. So that was a very close match. Like I said, it came down to came down to that one time when you don't want your Celestia to roll the rendezvous. So GG, boys, to the big show. I don't think that's showtime, but let's jump into match number 2. All right, this match, I promise we will get to show off the Tailwind. Like I said, the main reason that I created this deck. And we're going up against an opponent who does have 3 mons who can Z-move. But the good thing about my deck against this deck is we do have flying mons. So you can't go through my mons. You can't go through my mons. So we basically neutralize their 2 figures that can move through figures. So they're going to open up, and I'm going to open up with my Zard, and they're like, you can't go through me. They're going to bring on this Fracture, and I'm going to immediately DC. We're going to go for the takeaway, but the thing is, if we do hit the Tailwind, my Zard has 4 MP. So we'd re-roll it just to get the takeaway. I think the takeaway is a little bit better, but we do get the Tailwind, and they don't see it. So now we're going to Mega Evolve here. We're going to surround this Fracture. He's going to come to my PC, and we'll be threatening game. Ah, look at that, 4 MP. Love it. So now what we have to do is we're going to take the entry point. We're going to DC here because we have to get rid of this, because if we don't, that's... no, I have the long throw. Well, actually, it would have been. Well, it could have been close to GG, boys. If he would have taken the entry point, I would have had a long throw. Or if he would have went right here, I would have had to attack DC'd again with the balloon. So that was a very risky play, in my opinion. But fortunately, it worked out for us. So I see him advancing over with this Lunala. So right there. So now I'm going to put my Sigilyph here, and what I'm hoping for is that I do hit the Tailwind again, so then I can 3 MP with my Zapdos. But he's going to X-Speed here. I'm like, oh, come on, it can happen. Does not happen. He does get the Whirlwind, or I get the Whirlwind, and he does X-Speed, so it does turn gold, gets rid of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to max Revive, and we're like, all right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it for the tube. It's going to happen. He's going to Spell Tag. I don't know why it actually, that wastes a turn, because it allows me to bring on my my Magikarp for free. And now my opponent is going to max Revive. They're going to, oh yeah, because they want to bring on the land form, because they do have the Mega Lucario. So I'm going to play the Wing Sphere. They're going to Mega Lucario now. And I'm like, this is not a good roll. But we can get the Tailwind, so please get the Tailwind. Please get the Tailwind. Let's go. We do get the Tailwind. We do get to surround this Lunala with our Zapdos. And that's 2 times the Tailwind has come through with us. However, things are not. I mean, it's, I don't know, to but we need to get rid of this Mega. I don't want a Mega Lucario on here forever, so we go and attack, and we get the Roost. And they're going to attack again. I agree, just keep attacking, and they do get the KO. And Lucario, like I said, does good against my Sigilyph. So basically, oh, dude, this next play, dude. All right, so I'm hoping for the Tailwind again. Now, what I decided to do here, let's see. Let's stop. Okay, we Z move. Here's why. I'm going to explain it after. I'm going to go after the Virizion, and the Virizion gets a type from Slash, and they pull the switch, which is very good. So the reason why I moved here with my Zard, and I mean, I wanted to get rid of the Virizion. That would have been good. They would have been down 2 mons. We could cover the goal. But I figured my opponent is going to attack again with the Lucario because it's Mega. If he attacks with the Lucario and my Zard was here, or if he attacks here and I get the Tailwind, then I can surround. So that's kind of what I was doing. I wanted my Zard here. I wanted to bait my opponent to attack with the Lucario. I wanted to hit the Tailwind, and then I would cheese for the win. But they pulled the switch. It was really good play. I was like, damn it. Why would you do that? I hate you. So now he comes back, and he attacks my Zard, and we have to get rid of this landform because, yeah, Lucario destroys Zard. And we do. I'm like, all right, cool. Don't have to worry about the Mega. He attacks here, and unfortunately for him, we do tie, but with the Dragon Tail, what it does, it benches the opponent. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Rocky Helmet. It is a slight chance that he does hit his white, but it's the right play to make. And unfortunately, he does get the Aura Sphere, so we do not get the KO. The Lucario. Dude, look at that. Level 5 Gyarados has, what is that, 12 miss? 12 miss. That's terrible. But now they're going to advance here, and now we're going to attack this Combuskin. Can we please get it? First try. Let's go. Thunder Crash. Man, remember Thunder Crash 140? Remember when Thunder Crash 140 was like the bee's knees? Now all we got to do here is hit our purple, and that is GG. Boys, can we hit it? Come on, Zapdos. You are the best. You were the staple. No. Can't give it to us that easy. So now... now we have a game to play. So now we're gonna take an entry point, and we have to worry about this Lucario. Get the melee. We gotta stay alive here. What do I do? Hydro Vortex. Oh yeah, I just go for the win. Because things are not looking good on this side. So we go for it, and thank God he does hit the Sword of Justice. Now, Gyarados, please. All you gotta do is survive. Hits your purple. Hit your storm. Send him to the bench. GG, boys. Let's go. Comes at me with this fracture. Come on. Let's go. Gyarados coming in clutch. And that is GG, boys. All right, guys. I have one more match to show you. And this match came down to the wire. All right. We are going up against... I don't remember who it was. But they have a pretty good deck. I mean, meta figures. They got the Ray, Altaria, Mega Altaria, Tapu Fini, Tapu Koko. I was really interested. Like, I don't know why the Koko, but maybe it doesn't have Marsha. I don't know. But let's see how this match goes. They're gonna open up with the Koko. Do you guys remember this? The Koko matchup. Like, I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna. I'm not gonna run into any other Kokos, and surprisingly, I did. But we're gonna play the Wing Sphere. They're playing pretty defensive, and I don't like the match. I want to set up the matchup, so that's why we're playing defensive. We're setting up the Wing Sphere. Not putting anything on this lane until they do. But then, once they did that, once they brought up that Ray, I was like, okay, that's fine. Because my Koko's pretty much dead, and that's fine. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to Rocky Helmet with the Magikarp. Like, how funny is that going to be to KO a Mega Ray with the Magikarp? So he comes over, and he doesn't attack for some reason. I'm like, okay, well, we'll put Magikarp on the board just in case when he attacks. And he's going to DC here. I'm like, why would you DC? Like, I don't... You have, but again, he has 3 of them to burn, and that is why he DCs. And I was like, okay, it makes sense, but watch him get fly again. Let's go. Boom! And he does get fly again. I was like, get out of here, Ray. Get out of here. So I bring him on my Zapdos because I want to attack this Koko the following turn. But they're going to DC, and they're going to go after my Magikarp, which I don't really understand why. Like, you just want to give me the evolution? Okay. And re-rolls. So maybe I was playing AI right there. That's definitely an AI move. That's probably why this match came down to the wire. That's probably why. Because I think that was really like the only play that I was like, interesting. But I do see this Lucario coming down. I know he's going to Mega. He's going to take the entry point. And I bring over my Zapdos because Zapdos is my check for Lucario since my Magikarp has already evolved. He's going to attack my Zard. What I probably should have done there before, I probably should have Mega'd the Zard and taken the entry point and attacked Lucario. That's probably what I should have done. But I don't. And my opponent here is, oh, look at that, already burned all the DCs. Goes after him. We do get the Tailwind. I was like, ooh, was I in a position to do anything with this Tailwind? So we get the Tailwind again. What do I do? Oh yeah, I move up my Gyarados. Tailwind would have been nice there. Tail would have been real nice because then we could have got rid of the Altaria. I think that's what I was waiting for actually. So I max revive here. Yeah, because I know he's going to attack, and all I want him to do, because if I moved right here, I know he's moving the Altaria or he's moving the Kyogre. So what I wanted him to do, I was trying to bait this, and I mean it's not that good of odds, but I wanted him to attack one of my like my Loon or my Sigilyph so I can get the Tailwind, and then we would get rid of the Altaria. But it looks like it's not going to happen. I bait him again, and now he's aware of it. The chains, man. I think I hop over the... Nope, I have to cover goal. And right here I'm fine. Like I said, I'm fine with this matchup. But then he's going to pull a switch here. I'm like, okay, now we actually have to be defensive. Now they're going to Hydro Vortex. Come on, Zapdos, hit that nice. Thunder Wave. Is it T-Wave? No, Thunder Charge, and we do. Let's go. We're going to charge up. I think we do put on, yeah, we do on the Kyogre. The only reason why I don't hop over here is because I know if I did, my opponent is going to pull the Max Revive and bring on the Ray. And actually, that maybe this is AI, because I think like a normal person would have Max Revived the Ray like a while ago. So now they move the Ray on. I'm like, that's perfect. Now we can Hydro Vortex. We can get rid of this Ray. And we get to confuse the Lucario, so now they're going to Max Revive here, and they're going to bring on the Ray again. And I'm like, all right, so now what we're going to do, we're taking this opportunity. We are going to Mega here. And we're going to attack the Lucario because we're confused, and we're going to try to Storm, because I'm going to try to Storm and bench the Ray and the Lucario. But unfortunately, we do not get the Storm. We do get the KO, and now I'm like, I don't feel too confident about this. So the opponent is going to Mega here, and they're gonna make this play. Yeah, they think they come right here. They don't attack, and I move up. Like I'm like scared. Oh, I'm gonna Rocky Helmet. I'm gonna Rocky Helmet here. I'm like, this is such a good play. We can get rid of this thing, and he gets the fly, dude. He gets the fly. The one time I don't want him to get the fly, he gets the fly. And then we could have covered the entry point the following turn, so it didn't work out. But now we're going to DC, or yeah, we're going to DC here. I'm like, all right, fine. If you're not going to go down to the Rocky Helmet, then what we're going to do is we're just going to simply out-damage you. And that's exactly what we do. We hit the Fire Spin times 9 times, doing a whopping 400 and 549 damage. Get out of here, Ray. Mega Ray. And then we can take the entry point the following turn with Gyarados. But the only problem is this man has the Tapu Fini, and he can bring on the Kyogre for free. So we're kind of stuck here. Sometimes you get those rolls. They're going to Hydro here. I think they're going to, yeah, they're definitely going to go after my Coco. I was actually scared. I thought they were going to go after my Gyarados, and I wanted to keep my Gyarados because my Gyarados can Z-move, and I want to confuse the Tapu Fini. Once a confused Tapu Fini is garbage. So I was like, okay, good. I'm actually glad you went after my Coco. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Z-move now, and we're going to, like I said, confuse. Because I didn't know what my opponent was going to do. I was afraid that the opponent was going to come and attack with a Kyogre. I would have thought that they saw my gauge and like, all right, I don't want my Mons to be confused. So that's why I took this opportunity to hurry and make sure that this Tapu Fini is confused before I do get attacked by the Kyogre. And yeah, judging by the movements, it's got to be AI. What do I do here? I'm trying to remember. DC here. Oh yeah, so DC here just in case. Although we don't. I mean, I do have a 12 miss. I didn't want to roll a miss, and it happens. But this thing is gone, and now that's pretty much GG, boys. All we gotta do is survive here, Gyarados. All you gotta do is hit your storm. But then Altaria is prone to hitting Final Song, so I'm not too stressed out here. I'm like, we got this. In the bag, they're going to attack here. D-Dance again. I'm like, let's go. Oh, of course, it couldn't be that easy, right? And here, after that happened, I was so mad. I just went and tried to get a revenge kill here, or the takeaway, and I get the Astonish on the Aura Sphere, and I'm like, okay, wow, like this is bad. And they don't move up with the Kyogre, so I think Kyogre's, yeah. And he's moving back. This is definitely AI. So at this point, I don't know, we're like under a minute, I believe. So we're going to meet our teachings here. And I'm like, well, there goes my Tapu Koko. And he doesn't attack. Now I'm like, okay, this is actually good, because now I can bring on the Zard, and even if you do attack, we can revenge kill with the Zard with our Z move. Like I said, I'm okay with Zapdos being the goalie here against this Lucario. So now I have to tread softly. I don't want to move in range with my Zard to get KO'd by the Lucario or by the Mega Ray. So if I was my opponent there, I think I would have attacked Zard with Lucario. But now what I'm gonna do here, I was like, all right, we gotta go for it, man. We gotta go for something. I was waiting for we had to get the the Whirlwind, which we did. And I was waiting for the opponent's Mega to run out so he couldn't take the entry or take the goal. So that's why we had to wait. And we do get it, but he hits the roll. And get out of here, Ray. Garbage. That's twice Coco has gotten rid of this Ray. Feels good. But now we're going to cover the entry point. We are cursed. I don't want to get surrounded. But we're going to get rid of this. Because of its ability to move through figures and because of its mobility to move through MP, I wanted to get rid of it before it gained advantage on the board. Do I use it? I think I do use it because yeah, no, I don't. I'm trying to get the Whirlwind again. I do get the Whirlwind, so we do get the Whirlwind twice, but I get the Perish Song twice. I'm worried about this thing. So now they're going to Hydro. On my Coco, which I don't know. I think Zard would have been a bigger threat because Zard can Mega, so I don't know why. But I mean, I guess because Zard has a spinner. But makes the right decision here to attack my Zard. Unfortunately, they hit the dodge, and now do I bring on my Magikarp or my Gyarados, or do I advance? Bring on the Gyarados. They're trying to get rid of my Sigilyph. And I'm confused. And I have 0 miss, so this is actually good. So we do get the Tailwind. So I'm going to move 3 MP, and we're going to try and get a Storm here. But we get out damaged. Probably should have moved the Zard here. Because my Zard's still in range with the... yeah, but so we hit the Tailwind again, and I'm going to bring up this again. I should have moved up Zard to the entry point. Got a clutch Whirlwind. Let's go. Get out of here. Now that my Z move is up, we're going to attack with the Loon first, try and get the takeaway. We do. But now they're going to attack with Lucario. I'm like, oh no, this is bad. We need to survive here. And we do. We hit the dodge. I'm like, okay, this is good because now we can burn everything. And these things are cursed. So now it's going to give them more miss. But, I mean, we're going to burn ourselves as well. But that's okay. Only if we get rid of this Tapu Fini. And we do. Doesn't hit its purple. Let's go. And at this point, like I said, guys, I am like under a minute. I'm under a minute left. We have to somehow pull something off here. We get the takeaway, and I'm like stressing out. I'm like seriously at like 15 seconds. So now we have to go. Yeah, like I said, we're under the gun. We're like 15 seconds. We have to attack here. I'm like, you got misses. Let's go. Golden to purple. We get the roll. I was like, wow. Wow. And at this point, this is the end. You are gone. And all I have to do is move here, and my opponent has to attack. And he does. He attacks my... And I'm like, all we gotta do is survive here, please. God, dude. And at this point, I had 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left, so I gotta move the Zard on. Can attack here. They're going to attack me. And I'm like, if we survive this, yes, we hit the dodge. There's 1 second left on my time. I move over, and I land and hit the goal with 0 seconds remaining. 0 seconds remaining, but I did get the win. So GG, boys. That was a stressful game. So flying is done. Let me know what you want to see next. Probably going to try Rock or Fairy. Let's let it be between that, Rock and Fairy. We'll go over there. But we're going to cut the video there. McKenna's coming home. I actually have to go pick her up from the airport in like 45 minutes. So I will see you guys later. Peace.